Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel as usual. Hit the like button, do all that stuff, share and comment. Anyway, today I've got another video from the guy that went to the grammar school and got thrown off the property. And he decided to go to the high school later on that afternoon. And he met with a similar fate with worse consequences in the end. So let's check out this moron thinking he knew something. He hadn't been on the internet for the last 10 months. Last I heard, he got thrown in jail for intimidation or something like that. I couldn't verify that yet. Anyway, let's check out the video. Doofus goes to a high school.
You guys know what today is? It's Christopher Columbus Day. We're out here at West Carrollton High School. It is Monday, October 9th. We're out here. And we've been told we're not allowed to be anywhere at the school, so figure it's time to finally show up at the high school.
What a marvelous idea. You've already been banned from one school earlier in the day, grammar school, where you wanted to go in and photograph children. And now you want to go to the high school and, kind of get out of your age range and photograph high school kids. Well, it's not going to happen. He's kind of a creepy guy.
See what they try to do to me. See how my rights are respected and protected in public. We're gonna try to be real discreet about recording, just so that way they don't get spooked before I get inside.
Why do you have to be discreet? I mean, a creepy looking guy like you shouldn't have any problem at all getting into the school. Unfortunately, he does get through the front door to the front desk, but that's as far as he's gonna make it.
Oh yeah, I'm here to be a visitor.
Okay, come on in.
I know I covered this clown the first time this video came out about 10 or 11 months ago, but, I just gotta reiterate. Why did he get in the school? Why did they let him in with absolutely no information? Why did he get through the front door? It never should have happened. Not a chance. Shouldn't have happened.
Good.
Hold on.
You're good. There we go.
And again, she just opens the door for him. Doesn't know anything about him.
Here's the main office. There's all visitors.
Are you meeting with someone?
No, I'm just here to do some public reporting.
Okay. Wendy?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm here to try to obtain a visitor's pass.
For?
Myself.
Right. But what are you going to be doing?
I'm here recording all publicly accessible areas.
Well, let me get Mr. White. Who are you with?
Myself?
Okay, so you're not with a company that has you assigned to do this or anything?
I don't wish to disclose who I'm for.
I remember he played this song.
As I usually do, I'm going to speed through the dead air where he just stands around and talks to himself because it's stupid. He never should have gotten into school. Never in a million years.
Hi,
How's it going, sir?
David White.
Nice to meet you.
I'm the principal.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to do some recording of your building if possible.
No, that's not possible.
Why is that?
Why isn't it possible?
It's a public building, right?
Well, I need a background check. I'm going to need to know why you're filming, and we don't have releases on all the kids to be filmed.
Okay, so just the publicly accessible areas. I don't have any intentions of filming
We
any
don't
children.
have any public accessible areas.
This is a public school, correct?
Yeah, but once again, no background check. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you work for. None of those things.
That's
so it's a safety
That's
issue.
an illegal search. If
Of
you were
what?
to conduct a background check without my consent.
Supreme Court has already ruled that asking for your ID does not violate your rights in any way. It does not go against the Constitution. You're such a freaking idiot. You don't see too many school audits anymore because they all turned out terribly. Katie Kidman got arrested for it. She couldn't even film for a year because she got in so much trouble. It was crazy. Anyway, I don't understand these people. I just don't get it. Is this guy a pedo or what?
Well, he didn't.
I don't
I didn't say I
need
was
it.
doing one.
Well, I don't need it. Well, what I'm saying is, in order to be treated like a visitor here, I'm assuming you must sign in, like to get a visitor's pass. That's all I'm trying. Any general member of the public is able to obtain a visitor's pass here.
No,
No, why
not
not?
even close.
Why?
What do you mean why? I just told you why. We need to know, do you have a student here?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. Well, it's time. We're done. You come with me? You can film me.
Where would you like me to come with you, sir?
Yeah.
I said, where would you like me to? If I don't want to step outside yet. I'd like to continue to do my filming.
Okay, the school's asked you to leave, please.
The school has not asked me to leave. He told me to come with him.
Okay, he's asked you to step outside.
Would
Would you like this gentleman to leave?
Yes, please.
You've been asked to leave.
So do I? If I don't, because I'm on public property, right? This is public. Can you get a supervisor here?
Not right now, no.
Why not?
If you want to step outside, we can have this conversation outside.
Well, right now I feel like my rights are being kind of infringed upon.
And if you like to step outside, we can have this conversation outside. I will call a supervisor. We'll do everything you want when we're outside.
But this is public property right
Do you
here.
understand what I'm saying?
I disagree with what you're saying.
That's fine. You can disagree, but I need you to step outside.
This is so painful. It's so stupid. There's no chance he's going to win anything in here. He never should have got through the front door to start with, and then when he did, he finally got told, go outside. He never should have got that far in the first place, as far as I'm concerned, and this cop is being way too nice with him. She's trying to urge him out of the building.
So are you giving me a lawful order?
I'm asking you to step outside.
Well, I need to know if you're giving me a lawful order or not to step
Yes,
outside.
I'm giving you a lawful order.
And
to
if I
step outside.
do not, I will be placed under arrest. I'm just
William 10 to William 5.
I just want to ask.
I'm just asking you to step outside. We'll have this conversation on outside.
Well, if I'm not, if there's no threat of arrest
I'm
or
going to need you at
anything,
the school.
if there's no threat,
I need you to step outside.
I don't think that this is voluntary.
Okay, that's fine. Step outside.
So I'm being against my will removed from the school.
No, you went ahead and stepped outside. I have a subject who wants to record inside the school.
Inside the.
Willing to come outside. We're outside now. He's asking for
I'm willing to comply. I don't think that I'm unwilling to comply. I just think that I want to make sure you guys are going about it the right way.
We're right outside the front door.
The constitutionally protected way. And if you have no legal authority to tell me to step outside,
Okay, I have my supervisor on the way, just as you asked.
well, what I'm kind of curious of is it says all visitors must sign in.
Yes, that's exactly what it says, and that is intended for parents that want to meet with a teacher or the principal or talk about something related to their child being in school and things that are going on, or people that sell products to the school so the school can function. People like that, they have to sign in, they have to, be known, and they have to provide all the information the school wants for them to get inside. It's simple. The schools have to protect the kids. That's their main priority, is to protect and educate. What don't these people understand about that?
Okay, so, and it says please press button for entry, and that's what I did, and they let me in, and when I told them that I just wanted to do some recording, then I'm being treated like I'm no longer a visitor.
Okay, I'm already tired of him. We're going to move ahead till when the supervisor gets there.
So what if I was blind and I couldn't read
Are you a
that?
student here or what?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, what are we doing on the school grounds then?
It's public property.
Not for you, it's not.
Oh yes, it is. It's public property. It definitely is. So are you?
He was recording inside. He was in the lobby, then he was inside the main office. He won't say anything other than he
It
wants
says
to record.
visitors must sign in, which I'm trying to
He
do
won't say
so.
anything other than he wants to record. Obviously, we don't have releases from the kids that are in our office to be recorded.
I just like to
He's in
record
there.
the publicly accessible areas.
He's already recorded the publicly accessible areas. So he was asked to leave. He wanted to argue about it, said that he has a constitutional right to be here.
I just want to make sure you can't forcefully remove me without so like say for instance, if I'm in a public place and it's not now if it's a private you know what I mean? Say, for instance, we're at my house and I tell somebody to leave that property. I want to trespass them. I don't have to have a reason for doing so. I can trespass whoever I want. But on public property, it doesn't work that way. This is owned by the Ohio Board of Education, which is a public entity paid for by taxpayer dollars. I pay for the school to operate. So I should be treated as a general member of the public when I come to the school. I pressed the button. They allowed me entry beyond their secured door. I told them what my intentions were. I was wanting to come in as a visitor. They let me come in. Once I got to the office, that's when they gave me a problem about that I'm performing a constitutionally protected activity underneath the First Amendment.
Blah, 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 blah. We've heard it all before. It's all bullshit. It's all made up nonsense. You just don't have a clue what's going on.
There is nothing nefarious or ill about what I'm doing. I have no ill intentions. I've made that well aware to these officers. And I told them, I said, I don't think you guys have the authority to tell me to leave. If I've not broken a law, if you don't have reasonable or articulable suspicion that I'm about to commit a crime or already have committed a crime, you can't ask me to leave public property for doing nothing at all.
Here's the thing, though. You're confusing places you're allowed to be with where you're not allowed to be.
No, I'm not.
You're within the school safety zone right now.
A school what?
You are
A school safety zone?
You're on school property right now.
I know I'm on school property. This is public property, owned by the Ohio Board of Education, which is a public entity, paid for by taxpayer dollars.
What's the end goal here, though? Are you just trying to see how far?
Do you know what a First Amendment audit is?
I'm well aware.
Okay, so it's a perfect stress test for what you guys are doing right now. It's that if you want a good elaboration on it, it's to see if you're going to violate my rights as a human being. So are you going to tell me that I'm not allowed in this school? Because if you tell me I'm not allowed in this school, then that's where I start to have a problem.
I mean, look at yourself in the mirror, you weird-looking bastard. Got your head shaved, you got a neck beard, you got tattoos up and down your arm, and some old raggedy t-shirt, and you got yourself one of them cheap $39.95 cameras from Amazon. You're a freaking idiot, that's what you are.
He has no reason to be inside the school.
I do. I'm conducting official business protected underneath the First Amendment. Yeah. Go ahead and educate your officers. Am I being detained?
No, absolutely not.
So you don't suspect me of committing a crime or anything?
You're not being detained. You're free to leave if you'd like.
No, am I free to go back in the school as a visitor?
No, not right now.
Why not? Am I not a general member of the public?
You're not going in the school.
Why?
You're not.
Why? And what happens if I do?
This goes on for several minutes, just a wasted conversation where he's right and everybody else is wrong, and he's not a pedophile or anything like that. He's just trying to exercise his rights and do a stress test on the First Amendment, blah, 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 blah.
You can't ask somebody to leave. You can't trespass me. You can't ask me to leave for doing nothing. I've done nothing illegal. Arrest me.
You work on the school property. You've been asked to leave. You need to walk over the sidewalk.
Say it. If I don't leave, what are you going to do?
Are you refusing to leave the school property?
I want you to give me...
I'm letting you know that the school, inside the school, right here,
you can't, right here, this is public property. This is, without me committing a crime, if you give me a lawful order to leave this, you're going to open up room for litigation.
By you continue to stay, you are now criminally trespassing.
No, I'm not.
I've asked you to leave.
No, I'm not.
And now you're criminally trespassing. You've been asked by Mr. White to leave and by Officer Flowey. You've extended any First Amendment audit that you have now because you've been asked to leave.
I'm allowed to be here conducting you guys doing any sort of official business.
Well, if everything you're saying is in fact a reality, how did you end up getting convicted of trespassing on school property and banned from every school in the county? How did that happen, Mr. Genius First Amendment Auditor?
Under Glick versus Cunniffe, the ACLU versus the city of Alvarez,
Sir, just to clarify, you were willing to pursue charges for criminal trespass?
Yes.
Okay.
I need you to leave the
All right.
property.
It's your last chance to leave. You're going to be placed under arrest.
Okay, all right. I'll leave under threat of arrest.
Okay. Now, and actually, I do need to identify you now because you stayed too long. So what is your name and date of birth?
Now, can we get off the property so that way? That's what you wanted of me, right?
I have to identify you because I have to criminally trespass you.
So do you want me to?
When I asked you to leave and you didn't leave, that's when you criminally trespass because you stayed too long. So now I need your name and date of birth to identify you.
I think this journalist needs himself a photographer because he doesn't know how to work the camera. All I can see is the guy's chin and his teeth and the top of his badge. It's not journalism, son. It's not. You're just a loser.
And if I refuse to give you that?
You'll be arrested for failure to identify. Or I can give you a criminal trespass notice and you can leave. But I have to identify you now. You've passed the point of your First Amendment audit.
How so?
Okay. I need your name and date of birth or you'll be placed under arrest.
Okay, under threat of arrest, I'll give you my name and date of birth.
Okay, what is that?
William Taylor. What's your?
Just stop.
Oh, your qualified immunity is about to go right the fuck out the door, buddy.
Mr. Taylor, what is your date of birth?
11/15. Tyrant. Under threat of arrest.
Do you want to get your property to take with you?
Oh, I'd love that.
Okay, that'd be great.
Do you know your social security number?
Yes, I do.
I can find that.
289. What happens if I don't provide my social? You didn't say I had to do that. Like, is that under threat of arrest?
I just asked you.
So if I don't have to provide my social, I wish not to do that because that's not.
We're okay.
I don't
Break
have-
for one by name and date of birth. You said William Taylor,
Yeah.
both common spelling.
However you want to spell it.
First name's William, last name Taylor, both are common spelling. November 5th.
So are we? Because I mean, you've already threatened arrest, and I'm still here. I don't know.
I have to read you a criminal trespass notice now. So we're gonna walk back over to my car. I'm gonna read you a criminal trespass notice that says if you do come back in the future, you will be arrested immediately. Okay? So let's walk back over to my car and I'll read that to you.
These officers are fucking stupid, man.
Oh, sounds like your little fifis are hurt.
So where am I trespass from? Just right here, because I'm getting ready to walk over to the elementary next.
If you'd like to get the superintendent involved, you can be trespassed from all city schools, and you can get yourself arrested for even showing up.
I'm just letting you know. I wish you would arrest me.
So stand right here. You are not free to leave right now. You are detained until I finish this. Okay?
Right now I'm detained.
Correct.
So unlawful detainment. You guys are violating my rights.
Of course, there's a chief.
So could you get your captain on?
Nobody's gonna come out here.
She said also
Oh, okay. All right, Mr. Taylor, are you still at 1118 Ohio Avenue, Monroe, Ohio?
I don't answer questions.
That's 118 Ohio Avenue, Monroe, Ohio. Did you drive here today?
I don't answer questions.
I'm gonna read this to you. Your actions or behavior resulted in management and the West Carrollton Police Department demanding your immediate departure. Now listen to this carefully. All West Carrollton schools and property. So you can't walk across that parking lot. You can't go down to that elementary school. You've already made it pretty clear that you're aware of what schools are West Carrollton schools. If you have any question, I would request that you ask us before you
So
step
do
on
I
the
have a
property.
court? Do I have a court date for this?
Listen, I'm gonna read this to you real quick. Okay.
It's a pretty simple question. Yes or no?
You will be considered a criminal trespasser under Ohio Criminal Code 291121 and West Carrollton Ordinance 13306.
I know
If
the
you fail to
ordinance.
depart at once, or you enter into, or upon the above listed premises in the future, such action shall be considered prima facie evidence of criminal trespass. Now, I'd offer you to sign this, but you probably don't want to, correct?
I don't think so.
Okay. You've got it on recording. We've got it on recording, so you've been read this. Do you understand this is not just for the high school? You cannot walk on any West Carrollton City School property. You'd be arrested for criminal trespass. Do you understand that?
Arrested for criminal trespass. If I walk on the property peacefully when I've committed no crime.
You've stayed.
What crime has been committed?
I think it's pretty clear. Criminal trespassing. That's the crime that's been committed. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to hear any more about it. You were just banned from all county property. No, he said he was going to the grammar school. He just left the grammar school. Unless there's another grammar school he planned on going to. Well, now that's not gonna happen because you've been trespassed, you dumbass.
I don't care what the fuck you're saying. You said I'm free to leave. I'm gonna go ahead and walk away from you because I don't respect you at all. You have no authority at all. You're like a peasant to me. In all honesty, I could give a fuck less what you're saying.
I understand.
Have a good day.
And that will conclude our broadcast for today, folks. He got kicked off all school property. Eventually, he went to court for, from what I understand, intimidation of someone, and he ended up in jail, and he hasn't made a video in 10 months. So I think he's gone forever. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Love ya. Bye.